Yo guys, so I'm back with another video, and I thought it'd be more talking about documenting my journey of what I'll be playing at Nats. And in my last video, as you saw, I was playing Fire King. I'm pushing that to the side right now because I feel like I'm only playing that just because I bought the impulses and it's somewhat decent. I still just do not feel comfortable with it, and especially in my performance at locals, it did so underwhelming. And the thing I'm most worried about within these matchups are like my weird random matchups. For instance, like I don't know, like I lost to Argo Star yesterday playing Fire King. It was horrible. But like when it comes to my Malice and Mitsurugi matchups and Ryzeals, I feel just good playing anything, especially playing just pure Odeon. So I definitely want to try and look into this deck again. And as you can see, I did a lot of testing today. I was playing a lot of Nexus, Dualbook, and also went out with some friends and did a few things. I was playing a Ryzeal Odeon list, which was working very well online, but in like play, it just didn't work at all. There's too many restrictions. It felt like the biggest restriction for me was the rank 4 lock. Like not being able to make stellar hatches really sucks sometimes. So I replaced all those cards with like some main deck Charmies, plus also a small Kashtira engine, which I was originally playing. I've also completely changed the side deck as well, and I feel quite good with it. This list I feel really good with right now, and that's kind of it for day one, really. I learned a few things. I learned that Ryzeal doesn't work with this deck, but tomorrow or Monday, I'm going to try and get some more practice in with some of the boys at locals. So for days 2 practice, I mostly spent my time going with playing against Mitsurugi. I decided to add the Kashtira engine, which was 3 Unicorn, Fenrir, and Birth plus Field Spell. And I also had set rotation, which I'm just not a big fan of one bit, and it mostly went well. I do understand like how to beat Mitsurugi now. I now know where like the best places to interrupt are, and while doing this testing, I also came to a lot of conclusions, such as like cards I would like to play, such as like Nibiru, Typhon, and also Cowboy, because my deck can go to time quite a bit. Also, Judgment and Strike, I feel like are just good generic searches if I'm doing the Lord of Heavenly Prison line. This was the little cash engine I decided to add. It kind of came up. Here's me testing it. I do enjoy. I think it's a lot better against my Ryzeal and Malice matchups, and I think that's where I'm going to have to try and prioritize. This is where I'm going to have to sort of like figure out like what I want to do with the Kashtira engine and what I can pair it with best. To be fair, I'm thinking about everything right now. I'm thinking I could play Fiendsmith. Blue Eyes is also technically an option, like, because I feel like this deck pure is just not good enough, and I feel like the Kashtira stuff does just push it a little bit more, but I wish there was just, like, a bit more interruption or, like, bait. There isn't too much bait I can do with the Odeon cards, because every search is kind of important, unless it's, like, I summon Unicorn and, like, they try and ash me or whatever, and then I can just banish the one-off detonator. So after countless hours on Dualbook and Nexus, we come into day 3 where I was able actually to pick up the Blue Eyes stuff, and it's kind of crazy, to be fair. The turn 1 boards it's able to make feel kind of broken, but then like going second, it feels like it does nothing, and it also just feels like I'm adding more bricks to a deck that already like bricks enough. So I went back and did a lot more testing with it. I was like experimenting playing like a 50 card build to 43 build, and like I'm not too sure on how big I would like to play this deck. Like, I feel like playing it big is pretty good, so I don't draw all the bricks, especially with all like the ratios I'm playing at. I'll get into in a little bit what the ratios of the cards I'm playing in that, but yeah, it's just a thought. I think I'm going to experiment with this more, but I think I might have to take a look into the Fiendsmith stuff next, possibly. Okay, so I'm back, and yeah, it's been a crazy past couple of days. I think I'm still really stuck on what I want to play. I mean, I'm probably going to take Fire King and Odeon with me. I feel more comfortable playing Odeon, I think. I'm still really stuck. I don't know. See, like, I want to play Fire King just because of impulse, I feel like, whereas where Odeon I feel a bit more, like, comfortable with. And as you saw, and as I was talking about just a minute ago, I've picked up the, the Blue Eye stuff. I'm missing a Raw, which I might pick up. But, yeah, this engine seemed okay. It's fine. It's hard to explain how this went. It either went really well, it was really good going first. Like, the boards looked insane, to be fair, but like ratio wise I felt like it just hurt the deck more, because I like drawing, like there's so many bricks in this deck that I don't want to draw, and I'm also running another normal summon which I kind of don't want to normal summon without my extra one. But I'm gonna be tomorrow, I'm hopefully picking up a Fiendsmith core to whack in instead of this, just to see how that works, because this takes up a lot of like main deck room, and also it takes up a hell of a lot of extra deck room as well, which is kind of an issue for this deck. And I've had to cut down a lot on like the non-engine that I play. So for instance, like the non-engine that I'm playing are like 3 Fua, 3 Ash, 3 Draw, and 3 Imperm plus talent in statue. Whereas man ratios, Odeon ratios are still kind of the exact same. I've changed the trap ratio to 2 Serpent and 2 Deity. But most of the engine seems to be like within the Blue Eyes, for instance. So in the Blue Eye stuff, I'm playing like 3 Wishes, 1 Blue Eyes, 3 Maiden. I was playing 2 Raw. I'm not too sure on that ratio just yet. 1 Mausoleum of White, True Light, Majesty, and 2 Sage. Now this seems like quite a lot, I feel like. And drawing multiples of them kind of suck, to be fair. Like I'd always draw a Maiden with like Wishes, or like draw Maiden and True Light, or double Maiden, or like double Sage, for instance. And personally, it just didn't feel that good, and I feel like the Fiendsmith stuff's just so much better. Even though it takes up roughly the same extra deck space, I feel like it's just a lot worth it a lot more. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna try to give that a bit more of a try. I just really like this Odeon deck, and I think, especially for my first Nats event, I would like to just take this. You know, I'm not expecting to do too well at all. My prediction is I'd like to at least get just like 1 or 2 wins, to be fair, especially playing this deck. But yeah, that's just my current thought right now. And like the side deck's a bit all over the place. Like there's 3 Nib, Duster, a bunch of my one-off traps, Lord, like Malice Hate, Thrust, and more Malice Hate. And my matchup against Malice sucked, especially with the Blue Eye stuff. Like, I've come to the realization, in order to beat Malice, I can just do man combos to get into, where is it, Statue. Statue's really good against Malice. It's basically Detonator. So I'm going to look into that more. I think I'm going to have to shelf the Blue Eye stuff for now. I really do like it. I think it's really, really fun. But like going second and stuff like that, like the God Hands are like the God Hands, for instance, but like I found out it just tends to brick more. But I'll probably do a bit more testing with it tonight, just, you know, just to see what I can do. I might bump Sage to 3, I think. But tomorrow I'm going to try and pick up some Fiendsmith stuff and see what we can do from there.
Oh, day 4's upon us, and it's my final day of being in Norwich before I have to leave for Nats, and I'm terrified. I was able to secure myself a Fiendsmith core that came in clutch day with one of my friends at Locals, and yeah, I'm feeling really, really tight about this deck list right now. I'm obviously going to get a bit more into it towards the end of this little like compilation thing, but I had a lot of help from people at my Locals with like ratios and stuff like that, because playing 48 cards, and that's just way too big. It felt like just like too bricky as well, because like the only con to this deck, I feel like, is there are too many trap bricks that don't do anything, because the whole idea is you want to be searching a lot of them. But the Fiendsmith stuff really does help with like, sometimes I am just going to draw those bricky hands, but I'll talk a bit more about it in the deck profile. But yeah, I'm loving the Fiendsmith stuff right now.
Well, hello guys, and I'm back, and yeah, today is the last day I'm going to be here. I'm off tomorrow to Liverpool. It's around a 5-hour car drive, so not looking forward to that, but this is it. This is the deck I'm going to be taking to 2025 Liverpool Nats, and yeah, as you can see, I've made some slight different changes to this build. I've completely scrapped the Blue Eye stuff, which I'll get into a bit later about what I've changed. I don't know how much of it explained. I don't know how much of it I've explained in like voiceover, but yeah, I thought we'd just get straight into it. I'll talk a bit more about this deck. I know I talk a lot about it, and maybe we might even get to talk about some games I had and stuff like that. So yeah, let's just get into it. So for the main deck, it looks big. I have just double sleeved the entire deck right now, as you saw. I'm playing 45 cards. I feel like that is such a good list. I'm not a big fan of usually playing a bigger deck. I like playing 14 the minimum, but the Odeon cards don't seem to profit from playing like such a small list. But anyway, starting us off, we have 3 Man of the Mark plus 3 Anubis the Last Judge and Circuit. The Odeon cards are all kind of the same, really. These are like fine ratios of the monsters. I mean, I wouldn't play anything else. Field Spell plus Temple of the Kings are all the same, and the traps staying the same. Did have a lot of issue with bouncing between how many Serpents I wanted to play. I think I was playing 1 in my Blue Eyes list, but like the second one's just so important, I feel like. I'm also still playing the Statue of Anguish pattern. This card is so good. I feel like this is the, in testing, this was the card that won me a lot of my Malice matchups. I sort of have to come to the fact that I think Malice is just going to be a hard deck to play against just because of what I'm playing. But this card definitely gives me a good fighting chance. For the Fiendsmith part of the deck, I know, right? Fiendsmith Kashtira, very original. I'm playing 3 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, and 1 Lurie. I was originally playing 3 Lacrima in like a 47 card build, but I don't really find the need to it since I can play things such as Moon. I'm also playing 2 Tract plus Paradise just because I feel like even though Tract's really important, I still want to be able to open it and also have a search target for Engraver. For the Kashtira stuff, it's mostly the same ratio. I really like this ratio of 3 Unicorn plus 1 Fenrir. I'm only playing Birth No Theosis or Field Spell just because it doesn't feel right to play. For the hand traps, I'm playing 3 Fua, 3 Droll, 3 Ash, and the 1 Nib. I did a lot of testing with this 1 Nib, and it feels okay. It's a cool cross-out target sometimes as well, and I think it's fine. I never understood the point of playing 1 Nib, but like being able to banish it off circuit or use it as a cross-out target or just opening it just feels fine. I'm also on Crossout, Triple Tact, and Call by the Grave, sort of like the Holy Trinity. I'm not playing Pot because in a pure variant, you could probably get away with playing Pot, but like I feel like the extra deck's kind of tight now that I've had to put Fiendsmith in, but yeah, these cards are great. Also, 3 Imperm. For the extra deck, I'm playing 1 Desiree plus 1 Necro Equipped Princess plus 2 of the Apophis Divine Serpent. This card's crazy. I was thinking of maybe I could stick it at 1 for another card I wanted to play, but like 2 always comes up because you either use the first one to like reset all the traps and then use it as link material. It very rarely stays on the field now. I'm still playing Granite plus DD and Typhon. I was really wanting to cut Typhon, but it sometimes wins me games, just especially against the Ryziel matchup. Caesar is Caesar. This card is so good, and I mean it's like double impulse. I love it. And Granite, because I'm still playing Heavenly Prison in the side deck. I was thinking about cutting it completely, but this is an interesting side card, which I'll talk about on my side a bit later. For the links, I'm playing Requiem, Link Spider, Moon, SP, Sequence, Double Silhouette, and 1 Agnum Day. These ratios feel fine. Like, having Moon's great. I think Link Spider's still kind of necessary, especially if I'm trying to get into like Silhouette or anything like that, or trying to make an SP, which feels really good. Being able to like link off one of the traps into a spider, or if I get nibbed, being able to link off the spider, then like if I have another body, I can make Moon. Like, that just feels really good. Side deck, on the other hand, is something I might plan to change like a few days before the event starts, because I believe it starts on the Saturday or Sunday, I think it is. It's Thursday right now, it's midnight, but yeah, so this is what I'm planning to change the most. I'm really happy with the main deck. I'm really happy with the extra deck. just the side deck just to me feels a bit off. But we're running, of course, the anti-malice hate plus Lord of Heavenly Prison. I mean, Lancia is just for malice. I think, you know, it does what it does. Also, this card. This has been such like a hit or miss card with me. Like there are some games where I just don't even bother putting it in at all. But I feel like I should be. That's the thing, because this card's like broken. I think I just got to get more comfortable with this build, being able to get Lord of Heavenly Prison. I've also got the Gegaga Cowboy. This is the first time I've actually put a side extra deck as my side deck. It's a side out for if time's coming up, I can take Granite out, it feels like, or just like a Typhon possibly. It feels good. I'm just worried, like, when I go to Nats, the biggest thing I'm worried about is my opponent having to read all of my cards, so I feel like this is, like, dedicating one slot in the side deck to time just feels fine. For the spells, I'm playing a card I really love right now. It's Triple Tactics Thrust plus 2 of the spell targets here. This card is amazing. As you know, I was testing it a lot in Fire King, and I really, really enjoyed it. I think this is such a good card right now, and I love it. I really do enjoy it. My 2 spell targets are Ultimate Slayer and Duster. I can play Ultimate Slayer because my extract's kind of everything except Synchros. I was thinking if there's room for a Synchro, but it just kind of seems a bit overkill. Like, I was tempted to take out the Crisis for like a aggregator or like a Maolong or something, but I don't know. I think Ultimate Slayer, being able to like send one of my XYZs like Granite or like a Fusion or just a Link, feels really good. And Duster is still just Duster, I feel like. It was this or Lightning Storm, and like, I don't know, like, I'm still bouncing between it. I don't think it matters too much, obviously, but a Lightning Storm destroys all monsters. This doesn't. I mean, you know. For the traps, I've put Verdict back in the side because the whole idea of this card is to lose to evenly, so there's no point to play it in the main, I feel. It's also very searchable. Evenly Match, which is another target for Thrust. Imperial Iron Wall. Different Dimension Ground and D-Barrier. These 2 are both search targets. So I guess Heavenly Prison's more suited for Imperial Iron Wall. But also if I want to have 2 in, like say if I want, like, I don't know, these 2 in for, I don't know, like Mermail, like, I don't know. But I feel like I can search one of them and then use Thrust to get the other one. So yeah. So yes, this is it. I'm off now. I think I might be playing in a few side events depending on how I do or how I feel when I get there. I think I might be playing like maybe Fire King or maybe even Dragon Rulers because I picked up the new stuff. But I might also be testing with this because this feels really solid right now. But yeah, I mean, catch you guys in a bit. I'll obviously try and document as much as I can. It's going to be a long journey, so I may not be able to film all of it. But yeah, I'll see you guys at Nationals. Yeah, so now I'm off. I filmed a lot of random like bits and stuff like that of just like traveling and that. Going through Liverpool was actually quite nice. I wasn't expecting how nice it was going to be. Actually, it was quite a long car ride. It was around 5 hours, I think, from Norwich all the way up to Liverpool. Had a quick stop in Spoons for a little bit and that. So when we got to Liverpool, it was absolutely like chucking it. The weather was really horrible and stuff like that, as you can see here. When it came to arriving to our place, I was really surprised because I was supposed to stay at a friend's house, but the people who I was going with to the event had a spare room and yeah, it was actually really, really nice, and we spent most of the day just like going out and doing stuff like that, preparing for the event. I did a lot, and I mean a lot of testing. I was still stuck between whether or not I should be playing like pure Odeon or like Fiendsmith Odeon, like the builds I had, because just like the hardest matchup for me was Regenesis. Like, I didn't know how much Regenesis I was going to actually see at the event. But before that, obviously, we went to the, like, side events. Because it's open, like, a day before, right? So we made our way to the, like, side event things. I was really excited to see all the vendors and stuff like that they had there. See if I can pick up some new cards. I was really looking into, like, Memento or Mentolin, or however you say it. I really wanted to try and pick up that deck. Also, I wanted to try and pick up Regenesis as well, and like the vendors mostly had all of it, to be fair, except Memento. Couldn't find Memento anywhere, I think because a lot of people were on it as well, and some of the feature matches
were actually like Memento and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure all the prices like absolutely skyrocketed.
But for all the important news, I guess, we'll get to it soon here, but the main event came up and I did pretty well. I went X4, which I was pretty happy with. I think like highest table I got was like 150 or something, and I'm really happy with the plays. Like the deck performed really well. I did sort of get it in my head that I felt like I was going to keep bricking with it, but the deck performed like great. My only losses were to like Mitsurugi and I think Ryze or Mitsurugi. I played no Malice. No, that's a lie. Last round I played one Malice, and I mean by that time I was just absolutely knackered and I couldn't play it anymore. But yeah, overall this was just such a great experience. Besides like the actual playing Yu-Gi-Oh part, obviously. This whole journey and experience of testing, hanging out with friends, and this overall experience itself has just taught me a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! And just, I don't know. I had such a wonderful time, and it's so hard to explain. And I mean, I'm so grateful with the people who I was with, and that I had lucky to have such a good room. And here are some really cool sleeves I picked up for the Fire King deck. I feel good with Fire King, man. I love Impulse. Impulse is broken, but yeah, I mean that's kind of it. This is where the journey ends, I'm afraid. And I just want to say thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.